Awesome. Well, love to say hello to everybody. Today we are doing a quick conversation with one of our Milwaukee Real Producers preferred partners, Chad Swenor from Bluemound Express and Storage. And we, as I mentioned on some of the other videos, we're going to be continuously doing videos with our preferred partners, really giving everybody an opportunity to get a little bit more of an inside look as to who our partners are and you know, a little bit more about their business as well. So Chad, appreciate the time they take this morning to jump on a Zoom call with me.
Perfect.
So appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for putting this together. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was saying, love to start off. And, you know, obviously I know you've been with Bluemound Express for a while.
Yeah.
And, but if you could kind of just tell us a little bit more about yourself and, you know, tenure with the company, family, stuff like that.
Sure. So, first of all, thanks for putting all this together for us. When we appreciate it, when you first presented us with Real Producers, we had talked, it was something I was excited about, talked Rick into it, and, you know, got on board right away. So like I said, we are a smaller family business. We're not, a franchise like Two Men and a Truck and all that stuff. Been around since 1947, so we've been around for a while. It is a family-owned and operated business. Rick is actually married to my cousin Liz. That is how I am part of it. But the basics of it is Mike, the sales guy that we've met at the Real Producers Party, he's Rick's uncle. The office manager is his aunt. Rick's the owner. His dad was the owner before that. Mark, the other guy in the office, was best friends with Rick since high school. So we've all truly are, in essence, a family business. I started out when I was in college. Rick approached me, said, hey, it's a good way for you to earn a lot of money, you know, over the summer, and it'll really motivate you to stay in school and do all that stuff. So in college, I worked out on the trucks out there for 4 summers, and then I did graduate, went off to college. Worked for big corporate America, saw that wasn't necessarily for me, had the opportunity to come back to a small business. Rick approached me and I wholeheartedly was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's change some things. Like I said, Rick's a little bit older, not quite up on the technology and some things like that. So part of my introduction to the business was to bring along things like Real Producers, social media, the Facebook, Twitter, and all that stuff that we're doing here as part of Real Producers with you and all that. And it's really, you have to either embrace the change and move forward, right, with technology, or get left behind. And so we're in the infancy of being an older company hasn't been super technology, you know, laden in the past, and we're kind of zooming to it, and it's scary new horizons. And Real Producers is something that was brand new, you know, and we decided, hey, we're going to jump on board right from the beginning and see what the potential is. And there's just an amazing amount of potential with Real Producers, and really just building relationships between the whole industry that we're in, with realtors, obviously other small businesses. With us, you know, we get a lot of people who ask a lot of questions, or if we recommend anybody. And that's primarily the purpose of why I jumped on with you for Real Producers. Is it's not something you're going to see like the results in overnight. It's like anything else. It's work, it's time, it's effort, it's putting it in there, getting to know the people, building the relationships, building the trust. And that's really why we're so excited about Real Producers. Those are the things that are really important to us and small businesses. It's and anybody out there will know, in the day of reviews and all that stuff, one bad review, they will spend a half hour writing that review. But, you know, if you did a great job, they'll just say great. But we have a lot of realtors that we've worked with for a long time already, and this was just another base for us to work with realtors, work with home inspectors and stuff like that, because a lot of people ask us, hey, do you know somebody who can do that for us? And then we can recommend them through other people that are partnered with us. And then, you know, realtors and stuff like that too. So.
Yeah, and I think too, I mean, obviously you guys have been a part of this, right? I mean, literally right from the beginning of when we started in Milwaukee. And I think the thing too, I think Cindy Fleming was the individual that had originally recommended you guys over to us, and obviously she's a perennial top producer. But I love the fact too that you guys don't do just the moving portion of it. You know, when we kind of did a tour of the facility there, you have the controlled storage and things of that nature. Tell us a little bit more. Obviously, you gave us some great background on Bluemound Express, but can you kind of dive in a little bit on just a little bit more about the company, and also how you guys are currently handling this whole virus thing that's going on? You know, how are you still continuing to work and provide that value to your current real estate partners?
Sure. So we'll start with the virus right now. Obviously, it's a tragic thing. A lot of people are stuck at home, really, really nervous. One of the things that we did do is at the Real Producers Party, we did meet up with some realtors. We contacted them right away, said, hey, you know, what's going on? Are you guys still doing closings and all this stuff? And they said, we're still doing closings. And we said, as long as people are still doing closings, we were considered essential business, we'll still be there, because everybody knows in the real estate and moving business, it's a stressful time, right? And our job is to try to make it as less stressful as possible. So we have worked with other small companies, Central Standard. We got a bunch of disinfectant from them. Eagle Brewing Company, they're a wine and spirit hand sanitizer. We got a friend from another small business. She made us 50 masks, cloth masks that have the ability to have a filter put inside of them as well. And then they're all wearing gloves. We're taking extra steps to help sanitize the trucks every morning and every night when the guys are done. So it's just about being as precautious as we can. And, you know, they generally do a walkthrough in the morning, and then you have as little contact with the customer. And then the other thing that separates us is that we aren't just a moving and storage company. Well, a moving company, we are a storage company as well. We have a 120,000 square foot warehouse out there. It's vaulted storage, which is a moving industry standard. What really allows us to do is, a lot of people who in the housing market, people know houses are selling fast, put the house on the market, they're building a new house, they don't have anywhere to go. We can put you in our storage, right? Or we have the ability to put you in other storage. The pros of coming into our storage is everything is inventoried, right? So that everything comes in, goes out the same way. Also, everything is pad wrapped, it's climate controlled, comes into our storage. So you don't even need to be there for the unload. They'll load it, bring it to you the next morning or later that day. So the good thing about it is you don't really have to worry about anything. Everything's being taken care of behind the scenes. Once we load you up that day, it's a forget it process. And we do storage for as little as a week, and we've had storage as long term as 2 years. We have some people who have been here for over 7 years. So
wow.
Yeah, it's really pretty
I think that's, yeah, I mean, obviously when we had first met, I thought that was something that was just awesome. You know, there's not a lot of other companies, moving companies, that are able to offer those type of things.
Right.
And I think that, you know, obviously talking with so many realtors is understanding, like, buying and selling homes for 95% of the people out there is, you know, unless you're buying, you know, 10 homes, you're an investor or something like that, right?
Right.
But for most people, it's the largest purchase or, you know, sale of,
exactly,
from a financial standpoint for those individuals. So the fact that you guys are able to kind of just really offer kind of a one-stop shop, you know, it really takes, you guys are able to kind of alleviate some of the pressure from those individuals and let them focus on the buy or sell of their home,
right,
instead of what are we going to do with moving? Where are we going to put our stuff? You know, that type of thing. A lot of times it's moving and then it's to a storage facility and then it's moving again, right? So I just thought that was something that was so cool that you guys offered and had the ability to do for your clients, you know, which is really cool.
For sure. And part of the thing is, because we are a family owned and operated company, generally if there's an issue or something goes wrong, you're dealing with somebody who's part of the company, right? We're not a franchise.
Sure.
we do everything. One of the things that is appealing for us is we do packing and stuff like that. So, houses these days are getting to be astronomical in size. And a lot of times you can't load and unload in one day. So, prime example, we have a move right now that's going on 4 days, 2 days
Sure.
of packing everything up, 1 day of loading, 1 day of unloading. All right.
Wow.
That way the customer doesn't have to be stressed out. The realtor goes in there and says, hey, I've got a company for your 5,000 square foot house. I can come in, they'll pack every single thing up, inventory it, take care of all that. They'll load you one day, unload you the next day. And the other good thing about us is we're not a one size fits all company. We've got different size trucks, tractor trailers, straight trucks, stuff like that. A lot of times with closings right now, people close one day, but they can't get in until the next day. So we do have the ability to hold that on a truck for you and then come and deliver you the next morning or next afternoon. So
yeah, and I think that's another piece too, Chad. I'm glad you kind of mentioned that is, I think because obviously you're a family-owned business, so I don't want to say small business. You guys aren't small, right? But
right.
The fact that you have the ability to be able to adjust to the clientele, I think is awesome. One of the things obviously is, that we do with Real Producers is we're very particular about who we partner with, and
right.
so it is really cool to be able to have partners like yourself with Bluemound and you and Rick, that we just know, like, everybody that's used you that we know of that has come from our platform just has amazing things to say about you guys, and
right.
the way you do business, from an ethical standpoint, as well as just making sure that things are getting done correctly. And a lot of times it's people's stuff, right?
Right. It's your possessions. It's memories.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you could get pretty attached to certain things. Everybody's obviously a little bit different, but
right.
To have the security and knowing that, hey, this is a reputable company that is literally going to be able to kind of handle whatever situation we're in. I also think is a huge opportunity too for our agents that are involved in our platform,
right.
knowing that, hey, we can literally refer this company. We feel comfortable knowing that they're going to take care of our client. It's going to keep our name in really good standing,
right.
And that's important anytime you're ever giving out a referral, right? So
yeah, and the thing is, when you're a realtor, your whole thing is based on your image, your name, what you're willing to go above and beyond. So a lot of the top agents that we're dealing with through Real Producers, it's a lot bigger homes, So,
sure.
You're dealing with a higher level clientele and all that, and they want to have the safety of knowing, like, hey, if something goes wrong, these guys are going to be there to take care of it. We have the power to do it. Everything that, the moving business isn't perfect, and we're there to make sure things go right, because word of mouth recommendations, no matter how much we do on Facebook or Twitter or radio advertising, one bad word of mouth just spreads like wildfire. So you do everything you can to control it and make things right, by it. And, a lot of the other thing that's secure, makes people feel a lot more comfortable is Mike Vanderboom. He comes out, anything over 2,000 square feet, he comes out and does an in-home estimate, does a walkthrough. You can get very specific with them. A lot of people empty nesting, they're going to say, oh, my kids are going to take this, 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 and this. And then Mike can take that into account and give you a better, accurate estimate than what we would do over the phone. And it's just a reassuring thing for people to know that somebody actually took the time to come out there, take a look.
Yeah, and I think in the day and age that we're in too, I know you and I have kind of talked about it before, but with technology, with everything that's going on, I think that face to face and just being able to have a good conversation with somebody to make
right.
you feel more comfortable. You don't want somebody coming to your house. It's just like, okay, it's, just $500. You're just throwing blanket prices out there.
Right.
People want to be able to be heard and understand that, hey, this company actually cares about our stuff and making sure that it's done correctly and our stuff's getting to the next place that we're moving to. Right. And so I think that's huge. And like I said, you guys, everybody all the agents that I've talked to that use you guys and referred you, their clients are super happy. And that's obviously, I know, a big goal of yours, right? Is to continue to be able to partner with agents and continue to use those referrals, but also make sure that their name continues to stay in really good standing with those clients.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. You know, for a company like us and for an agent, your name is everything. So we take a lot of pride and work hard to make sure that, you know, the name isn't, you know, tarnished and stuff like that. And, you know, when we have a real producer agent or any of our other agents, you know, we always try to put our best possible crews together and make sure everything goes smoothly.
Definitely. Really cool. Well, Chad, I will kind of wrap up a little bit here, but I guess, is there any final pieces about yourself, or, you know, just with Bluemound overall, that you'd kind of like everybody to know, whether during the virus or you know, after, once this thing's long behind us?
Yeah. So like I said, you know, we are obviously, like everybody else, we're taking as many precautions as we can during this time of coronavirus and stuff like that. You know, it's trying times. People are nervous about the move and all that. And our job is to try to keep you calm and make sure that everything is going to go in this uncertain world, that the certainty is going to lie that your move is going to get taken care of with us. And, you know, everything that we've experienced with Real Producers has been top notch, fantastic. Couldn't be happier. And the goal is, you know, you got to make sure that you're not short-sighted about things. It takes a long time to build relationships. You know, we're not a company that's just in this for the short term. We're here for the long term to build relationships with agents and other vendors through Real Producers and stuff like that. And that's why we're so excited to be a part of the group, and just, you know, glad that we got in on the ground floor with you guys.
Awesome. Yeah, no, you guys have been absolutely phenomenal. Love working with you guys, for sure. And just the work that you guys have been doing. We always appreciate the fact that we are partnered with top-notch vendors, and we are partnered with individuals like you and Rick, and just great companies. And so, awesome. Well, Chad, I really appreciate your time today. We'll definitely be getting this video out to everybody, and
all right.
We'll definitely connect soon at some point here next week.
All right. Everybody stay safe, and thanks for having us, Drew.
Awesome. Thanks, Chad. Have a good one.